Hello from Butlins holiday camp, here in sun-drenched Skegness. No, I'm only joking, but that is where my big brother Andrew spent his bestest birthday, isn't it? Do you know, his foster father asked him, "What would you like for your birthday?" Well, our Andrew screamed, "Butt fiddling, butt fiddling." Unfortunately, his foster dad misheard and booked them all into Butlins holiday camp. Our Andrew claims that he didn't pull in Butlins, you know. But I'm not altogether convinced. I think he probably pulled his little todger constantly in his holiday chalet. Mind you, he would have had to be very careful, because his foster parents, well, they were in next room, and he wouldn't have wanted them to think he were tossing one off while they were making sweet, sweet, wrinkly love. Do you know, it couldn't have been easy for our Andy, to be wanking his mini penis in one hand while holding a glass to the wall with the other and pressing his ear against it to hear his foster father pumping his pensioner's love muck right up Andrew's foster mum's granny fanny. Oof, talk about multitasking. Well, Andrew tried to be discreet, wrapping a football sock round his cock while he were jerking off, just to try and muffle the telltale squelching sounds. He did also adopt a strategy of coughing every time he spanked his monkey. But the trouble was, his foster mom kept coming in to check he wasn't choking to death. Which is a bit of a cock block and a boner deflator, it has to be said. Even for a 44-year-old pervert like my brother. But of course, our biological mother, Huddersfield's cheapest hooker, had years of experience jerking men off silently. Oh yes, she were a true pro, a ninja in the art of noiselessly knocking one out. Oh yes, an SAS Supremo in the act of silent copulation. She'd normally shove her fishnet tights in her punters' mouths to stop them drawing too much unwanted attention with her heavy breathing. Oh yes, but she could also toss a todger off in a church without a squelch being heard. Well, just as well, considering the vicar was a regular punter of hers. Oh yes, venereal Victor the vicar. Oh yes, he were a bit of a screamer. So our mother made sure that the bell ringers were pulling on the ropes pretty damn vigorously in the vestry whenever she were giving Victor the pleasure. Oh. Anyway, our Andrew told me he went on Skegness Beach with his summer dress blowing in the breeze. Oh yes, and he fed the donkeys laxatives, hidden in bowls of Baby Bell cheese, no less. That's cunning, that is, because, you see, he waited till they all defecated donkey diarrhea, at which point he dived into the slimy slurry, coating himself from balding head to size 14 feet. Oh, we were in seventh heaven. Well, until his foster dad made him wade out into the sea to wash all that stinky donkey dirt off. Do you know, the sea proved to be quite rough. And our Andy, well, he got drenched, poor lad. He looked like a bedraggled, facially disfigured version of Disney's Little Mermaid, only with a swollen beer belly, a straggly beard, and limpets clinging to his wet man tits. Oh yes, his sodden dress slid down to his hips, and his greasy ponytail, well, it got tangled with green seaweed. Do you know, this completely convinced the Coast Guard that an ugly mermaid whore had been washed ashore, so they threw a fishing net over him and pulled his bloated carcass further in. Oh, do you know, it took his foster parents 2 fucking days to convince Skegness Sea Life Centre to release Andy from their special aquatic exotic ugly twat compound. Well, the next day he did do a little bit better. You see, he entered the Butlins kids competition. because the camp judged him on his mental age of 6. The aim was to capture the most unusual thing in a rock pool. Well, Andrew won. But only because the judges thought Andy's little pink penis, which were poking out of his Minnie Mouse bathing costume, were a baby shrimp. Oh yes, he won the cutest creature feature award, which were a stick of Skegness rock. Well, at least our Andrew could brag to his ex-girlfriend Clara that he'd sucked on something long and hard whilst on holiday. Well, look, I've got to go rinse the sand and crabs out of my gusset. So like and subscribe, gamingers. Oh, and remember, an onion a day keeps ugly mermaids away. Ta-ra! Oh, let's go and have a nice crab paste sandwich, Mark.